with the Triskelion Dynasty family. I am your co-host Sheba. I'm here with my lovely co-host Miss Serenity, and tonight we are going to be interviewing the dominant Sir Sam Smith. Alrighty, so Mr. Smith, how are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you all doing tonight? Thank you for the invite.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for joining us. We know it's a little bit late on a Thursday night, so we appreciate it. So we're just gonna kick it right off with those questions. We're just gonna
Let's
start
go.
right off the top. How do you identify within the BDSM lifestyle officially?
Oh, as a dominant top, um, more of a top, but a dominant kind of, yeah, as a dominant top.
Listen, it makes sense. I am a switch and I top, but I don't look to own nobody, so it makes sense to me. We get it. We
Yeah.
get it. Alrighty, Miss Serenity, baby.
And now, are you currently in a dynamic?
Currently vetting for a new dynamic.
Ooh, and how's it going? I'm being nosy now. That's not even a question.
It's going well. Um, as I've learned more, I've taken slowing down and taking more time to pay attention to traits, habits, things of that nature. Um, Given a chance to really get to know each other, ask questions, but really just paying attention. The biggest thing is communication. How is the communication as far as back and forth and responding, things of that nature. But it's
Mhm.
going well.
All right, glad to hear it's going well. So Sir Smith, what's the biggest misconception people have about being a dom?
That we are ultimately the ones that are in control, which is not true.
Mm.
My saying is this: you give me control, but at the end of the day, you are the one that are you. I take that back. You give me the power over you, but at the end of the day, you are the one that are in full control because you can start it or stop it at any given moment that you don't feel comfortable. And I look at it like this right here: there is no me without a you. I can't play by myself, you know. So
Mhm.
that's the biggest misconception to me that I hear a lot of is that we automatically are the ones that are in control. That is not true.
All right. I really like that you highlight that because a lot of people, I'm sure, think the same way. Of course, you guys are in a leadership position. Of course, you are meant to dominate and lead, but
Mm,
without someone offering you that submission, can't really
exactly.
do much with it. So thank you for that. And now we're going to move on to a question about leadership from Serenity.
Hmm.
Sir Smith, what's the most difficult truth you've ever had to tell a submissive?
That is not working.
Mm.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
going to work. No matter how much you want it, no matter how much the conversation is good, no matter how good the vibe is, something was just off. And you tell it just was not going to work. It was going to be a train wreck. That was the biggest one. Was it's not going to work.
Yeah, I definitely get that because breaking up with somebody is hard enough. You add on a dynamic and then trusting someone with leadership or taking on someone and leading them. I definitely get that. Listen, that's not a conversation anybody likes to have, so I get it.
Right. Well, it can boil down to simple things as far as like when you know somebody has, let's just say you have a good career, but you have a nightlife, so to speak, that's the self-destructive. So, in other words, say you are a paralegal for a major law firm, but you like to go out and get drunk every night. And going out and get drunk every night, and 2 or 3 times a week is okay. But it's the getting drunk and then start driving.
Yeah.
I I have something to say about it. You get upset at me a lot, and I'm always having to say something about you drinking and driving. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
I can't watch you do this to yourself. So I would rather remove myself out of the equation.
Yeah. That's definitely a big thing because a lot of people think that being in the DS dynamic is all about the punishments, But as a dominant, from what I've seen with my dominant and watching him with all his other S types, is you're taking on this responsibility for that person's well being. So you gotta be willing to take on what you get in, and if it's not working for you, it's not working for you because how can you lead if
Right.
they're not
Exactly.
listening? You can lead a horse to
E-
water, but you can't make them drink.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, what is something you've done as a Dom, Sir Smith, that you would never do again?
There was, mm, that's a good one.
Listen, we ain't even got to the hot seat questions yet.
I know. Um, I think the biggest one was promising. Not gonna say promising, but speaking on something that I hadn't really educated myself on yet. And then when it was expected, I was kind of looking a little lost. Like, oh, let me back up and let me back up and readjust and go back to the drawing board on this. So that was probably it. Um, you can see somebody do it, but to do it yourself is completely different.
Yeah.
So had to back up and go re-educate, get some training, get a mentor, talk to my mentors, and kind of just slow down and go back to the drawing board.
All right. Let that growth because if you don't realize you're doing something wrong, you don't even know how many dominants are out here, Sir Smith, that I can top. I can top. I seen somebody working with some fire once in an event, and I almost called the law because you about to burn everything down. Um,
Right,
so that definitely the knowledge is definitely needed to have in this dynamic because someone is entrusting you with their body. And if you don't know what you are doing, it can go wrong. So I like that you were able to have that self awareness and say, okay, well, maybe I need to learn because some of these dominants will just keep doing it. They'll just find somebody else to do it too. So
right.
definitely know that people appreciate that.
Well,
Uh,
at the end of the day, it's about safety.
yeah.
I'm a real big advocate for the safety of the women in this lifestyle, and I'm constantly researching and just looking up different information on just how to do it right.
Yeah.
You don't want to hurt nobody.
Yeah. You listen, because people forget what we do is illegal. You hurt somebody and end up in the hospital, you might mess around and catch a charge. You gotta be safe
Right.
and you gotta have that consent. So now let's discuss a hit on some accountability topics a little bit. Serenity.
Now, before I get into that, I just wanted to ask the audience briefly in the chat. I went ahead and posted the question: do you think experience automatically makes someone a better Dom? So
Ooh.
I went ahead and dropped that in there, and so the audience can go ahead and chime in while we move on to accountability, and then we can just come back to that.
All right.
Sir Smith, what is the most humbling experience you've had in the lifestyle?
The most humbling experience that I had was from a. I like to teach and give information, and one of the things that humbled me the most was when I sat down and talked with one of my friends, and I was getting frustrated because it was like nobody really wanted the information. And he told me, he said, "You just got to realize everybody ain't you."
Mm,
And I just was like, okay, that made me think because you want them to have it, but it's like everybody don't have that same desire that you have for the information side of it. They just want to get into the game. They want to play. They want to do this. They want to watch a little video. Or they want to go over here and see a seminar and watch somebody do something, and then think that they can do it. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to show protocol, foundation, etiquette, and the whole nine yards. These people are like, I don't want that. And I was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
And he was like, you just got to understand, everybody ain't you. That humbled
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm. Listen, you got it. You touched on all of it.
Yeah.
So my next question. since we're talking about education and learning, has a submissive ever taught you something that completely changed your perspective?
Yes.
Mm.
One word. Listen.
Mm.
Working on it. Working on it.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
It's one thing to hear what she's saying, but it's another thing to listen and hear what she's saying. You
Yeah.
know, and really focus on what she's saying. Really focus on what she's asking for. Really focusing on those the unsaid needs too, which you know, paying attention to the aftercare side of it, what she likes for aftercare. I shouldn't have to continuously be told all the time what she likes for aftercare. If we talk on a daily basis, and I know she likes almond chocolate bars, I want to make sure I keep some on hand because that's part of her comfort zone. That's just listening, paying attention. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Now we're going to touch on the subject of vetting a little bit, Serenity.
Yes, I want to go back to vetting. We did touch on that a little bit in the beginning. What's the quickest way someone talks themselves out of a dynamic with you?
Mine is non-communication. If I'm reaching out on a daily basis and speaking and trying to have conversations, I'm not getting a response back after a while. I'm like, this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand that we're busy and all, but at the same time, we are in a choosing to do something where we're going to have to interact with one another. And at some point of the day, you saw my message. You can at least say, "Hey, I'm okay." You don't got to call me. Just send me a text. But nothing for 3 or 4 days. I don't hear anything, and then just randomly 4 or 5 days later, send me a message or call and act like nothing ever happened. No, that's not gonna work.
That's how
You
you
can't. You
get cut
can't.
off.
You can't
Right.
deal. You can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Now let's say everything is perfect and they are communicating. Is there anything that they could say that's just a complete deal breaker for you in a dynamic?
Hmm. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know about that one because if everything is going good, we built up that rapport with one another, kind of know each other's quirks. I think it it gets down to a agree to disagree situation because you've learned each other by a certain point.
All right.
Okay.
Good, good answer. Good answer. Now, what is a question every dom should ask themselves before accepting a submissive?
Can I do this? Am I ready for this? Do I know what I'm getting myself into?
Yeah.
Do I have the time for this? I mean, which all falls under can I do this? Am I ready for this? Do I have the time for this? Because I've learned now after dealing, it's one thing that you want time. You want your time. And if I don't have the time, eventually something that started out good will slowly degenerate and dwindle down and just fizzle out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to really ask yourself, can I do this?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a big question you should ask in the lifestyle period because once you say yes and that arm is swung or that wax is dropped, it's kind of late for a backseat. You can do a safe word, but the experience has already happened. So I like that response. Alrighty, Serenity.
Absolutely. Now, have you ever vetted someone perfectly on paper that turned out to be completely different?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, there's a
Yes.
story there. I
Yes,
want to
right.
hear.
That,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
No names,
Vetted
but
the
what
person,
happened?
vetted. Everything was great and got the first initial meeting was great. Met at a coffee shop. Everything was great. Um, met for a tester session. Nothing sexual, just a session just to see was it going to be compatible as far as the impact play and things of that nature. And then it just went off the rails, that shit crazy. And no, it just was I don't know, the personality changed. And I was like, oh, no, something wrong with you. you know,
He said bad
and
crazy.
yeah, yeah, something wrong with you. I had to hurry up and get away from that one.
Listen, I'm a safe word myself, and I'm gonna go ahead and head out. You be sweet, but no. And I'm glad you mentioned that one because you don't want to unlock the crazy out of somebody in this lifestyle. You never know what you're gonna get. And I'm glad she did you like that. That was messed up because she knew she was crazy. She
Well,
knew.
after a while, you start talking to him, and all you hear after a while, when you can hear it out of experience, just life, you can hear it, you can see it. And it's like all I hear now when she's talking, I just hear busted windows and cut tires and sugar in my tank. And I'm like showing up at my job like crazy. No, you can hear it.
Well,
And I
dang.
was like, no.
Wait, no, I didn't know dominance dealt with that. Y'all deal like crazy submissive like that? Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's messed up, man. I'm glad you got out of there, player. I'm glad you got out
Yeah,
of
that
there
didn't.
before it got serious.
That's why you never. That's why you met in another town at a hotel. You never show 'em where you live. And even when you go home a whole other way to make sure you're not being followed.
He said make 3 rights first.
Yeah.
He ain't lying though. He ain't lying.
What was he? You said you're not lying, sir?
He ain't lying. Nope.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna
Yeah, it's
remember that
always
coming
one.
hot seat time because I got a question brewing. Oh, well, I'm gonna hand it back to Serenity for now.
Sir Smith, what's one thing you will never compromise on again?
Hmm. My beliefs. Um, I think there was a instance in my life where I compromised. I'm just not even just talking about the lifestyle, just life in general. I compromised myself and dealt with a situation that I didn't align with, but I forced myself to be there. But somewhere along the way, I lost a piece of myself in there, and I said I'll never do that again.
No,
Yeah.
no. Good answer. And that was a deep solid one. I ain't gonna make no jokes out of that because if you can't show up as you in a dynamic, then what are we really doing? So
Yeah.
I see it. All right. Now, and these are relationship questions. That's why they're hitting a little bit heavier than other ones. It's getting a little deep in here. So, Sir Smith, what's been more painful? Losing a submissive or disappointing one?
Disappointing.
Hmm.
Um, disappointing. Um, I have this acronym that I like to use for myself. Everybody else have whatever they have for them, but mine, the Triskelion have the 3 points, and each everywhere you look, each person has a different what the 3 points mean for them: love, life, loyalty, family, honor, and all that. Mine is HIT, honor, integrity, and trust. I feel like I try to be a man of honor, integrity, and trust. You know, um, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, now we about to move out of relationship talk. It got a little bit of heavy there, but now we about to go full ego mode. And unless Serenity
Okay,
hits this first one.
okay,
Without saying any names, have you ever met a Dom with all the titles and none of the leadership?
yes. I
You got
call.
a, I ain't gonna ask
I,
for his name. You got a description or something you want to give to people?
he was just a he was just an individual that I feel like this right here. If you have the goods and it's in you, you don't have to tell nobody who you are. You carry yourself a certain way, and everybody knows. That one is one. That one. That one. That one. Those you know when you see them for the most part. You don't have to brag about it. You don't have to talk about it. This guy was really throwing his weight around, and I just was like, something's off about that. But then you hear conversations later, and you find out that he just talked a good game, but he didn't have anything to back it up. I called him an unemployed dominant because he never had nobody. He never had a submissive. He was always just out and about, going to different places, wanting to play with other people's women, but he never had his own. I was like, he's unemployed dominant.
He
You know,
said he an unemployed dog. Oh, okay.
Employed. Okay. All right. I'm gonna use that one.
Bro, you don't got no job. All right. Okay, I gotta focus, y'all. Y'all know, listen, one little giggle out of me and I'll be off the rails. But Sir Smith, what's one thing some doms want that they haven't earned?
the recognition, the respect.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them want something that they don't give either, which is the respect. They don't give it. They come in arrogant and honorary just because they got a name. Anybody can name themselves something, but it's all about how you carry yourself. Attitude reflect leadership. That's from the military. You know, I'm old infantry soldier. Attitude reflect leadership. You can have all of the medals you want and the rank you want, but if you don't have a certain attitude to lead, we'll follow you because of orders. But it's the respect of the man is completely different from respect of the rank.
Mm,
You know,
that's a
and
good.
a lot of them there are a lot of them, especially today, because now that it's so mainstream and everybody's talking about this and everybody's talking about some form of the lifestyle, because there's so much with social media now. They call themselves anything and they come automatically in. Oh, you gonna call me Mister or Master this or Sir this or whatever, and it hadn't earned it. I just met you at the gas station and we exchanged phone numbers and I talked to you tonight and as soon as you pick up the phone, hello, how you doing? Oh, now from now on is hello, Mister.
Oh, listen,
What?
the truth in that, because I had it. He's like, "Oh yeah, you gonna call me daddy, sir? I don't even know your vanilla name. I'm going ahead and bid you adieu."
I don't even like a woman to call me daddy because I tell them I got daughters already. Call me something else.
Listen, you go where you caught. Alrighty, so let's see here. All right, so let's talk community.
Okay.
Serenity.
What would you say the biggest lie, or what's the biggest lie rather, that the BDSM community keeps telling itself?
That is non-judgmental.
Preach. My bad.
Direct hit on that one. Direct hit.
Oh,
That is non-judgmental.
Yeah.
Um,
listen, clock it
this is
because
one of
that's
the
why this
most.
space is here.
This is one of the most lifestyle period, but this is one of the most. These people will judge you quickly.
Mm.
But the judgment for me is more or less from your thought process more than anything. They judge what you
Yeah.
say. You can't even hardly ask a question for somebody wanting to judge you for being new.
Oh,
Everybody gotta start somewhere.
yeah.
You know, I've had some of my biggest back and forths have been because I'm trying to create a conversation for the newbie so those of us can have a and the other part of the community is they too caught up in their own feelings to have a general, basic, grown folks conversation. You know, everything hits home. I'm not talking about you. We talking about a situation because somebody over here is going to learn from it. So can we just talk about a situation or a scenario as a whole and not a specific individual without getting caught up in your feelings? You know, and we deal with people now who they can't have a conversation without getting caught up in their feelings, but being grown enough to say, you know what, this is too hot for me right now. I'm gonna back out and cool off, and I'll come back. No, they want to continuously keep grinding on something. You can't get anywhere because it's stuck in one place. Because they keep bringing it up, keep bringing it up, and after a while, you know, I don't care how professional you try to be. If somebody keep harking on something after a while, they're gonna get the real what you got to say about it, and now their feelings hurt.
Listen, there's a lot of hurt feelings in the community, Sir Smith. A,
But
a
yeah,
lot of
but
hurt feelings.
but it's judgmental, very judgmental,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they
Mhm.
don't understand. Like I was reading something, um, it might have been in one of our somebody put it up, might have been in one of ours. It was just the other day. The guy said that he was vetting this young lady, and after she told him that she likes to do gunplay or whatever, it freaked him out. I'm like, if you got any type of experience to be vetting somebody, you should have enough experience to understand that any kind of kink is acceptable. It shouldn't freak you out. You should not be freaked out, surprised, and or caught off guard by anything in the lifestyle because it's anything under the umbrella can
Yeah.
happen in Pandora's box. You should not. That's shaming. You should not be freaked out. You want to play. It's a kink or a fetish, whichever one it is. There are people that do that. It's not my kink, but there are those that they like to do that. Wow.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, you ain't for real. Certain people will say who they are if you just listen to them.
Yeah.
If they real or not, if they about, if they really about it or not, or if they really got the experience to be where they say they are or not. If you
Right.
just listen to them, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
I
You
was
can
gonna add
bring.
on to that. I was gonna add on to that. That's absolutely true. Like, if you listen close enough, people will tell you. They'll tell you who they are, who they aren't. But they'll also tell you about their inexperience if you allow. And yeah, I definitely feel that. I understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on. I know you guys are with us late, so we want to make sure we get you out of here on time. So Sir Smith, what's
Yes.
become normalized in the community that probably shouldn't be?
Ooh.
I know, right? Had to pause and think about it for a second.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Um, what's normalized in the community right now that shouldn't be is helping others. It should be normal. Right now, it's like the attitude of I got mine, go get yours, but I ain't gonna tell you where I got mine
Yeah,
at.
big
But
time.
I'm gonna talk about you because you don't know what you're doing. So I'm gonna let you stumble and bumble along the way when I knew what you was trying to do right there. I could have helped you.
Hmm.
And then there are some that will boldly sit up there and say, I ain't helping them. I had to get it. Why? It shouldn't be that way. Yeah. So it should be normal that we go back to helping each other.
Yeah.
That's why I do like this platform here because there's a lot of help here. And um, I like it because it's like if somebody asks something, if there's not an answer, somebody try to go find it and try to help
Thank you for that.
them.
Oh, we're just going to turn up the heat just a little bit. We're going to ask you a few questions about intimacy, and then we're going to jump into our lightning round, okay? If that's okay with you.
Let's go.
So, concerning intimacy, when was the last time a submissive genuinely surprised you?
That's been a while, and that's only been because of my work. It's been a while. Yeah, but
Listen, we want to play, but we got to work so that we can afford to play. So I get it. All right. Now, still thinking about intimacy. What's something you wish more submissives understood about doms?
And we like to be touched too.
Mm. Y'all heard him, ladies.
I like my head rubbed. I want my back rubbed too. Sometimes, you know. Um,
Okay.
and for me, I crave the softness of your touch. I work in such a hard, rugged world with what I do. When I get with my submissive, I sometimes, yeah, a scene is great, but sometimes I want the softness. I just want your softness, just a touch, you know. Oh, we're gonna get to it, but I need that from you sometimes. I just
Yeah.
want that touch. Yeah,
Doms need love too. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Doms need love. And Serenity.
And Sir Smith, what's something you wish more Doms understood about themselves?
We don't know it all.
Mm.
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 We do not know it all. Um, and just because it worked this time don't mean it's going to work next time. Always challenge yourself to upgrade. Always challenge yourself to evolve. Um, keep an open mind about everything. We do not know it all. I'm constantly reading a book or doing a tutorial or, um, you know, something. Um, so yeah, we don't know it all.
All right. Yeah, I heard that. Self awareness. Listen, we not here to educate, we here to entertain, but when y'all get those little tidbits of wisdom from somebody that's been in the lifestyle as long as Sir Smith has, you definitely want to take advantage of it. So take that information down, y'all. Now we are going to have two lightning rounds before we move you over into the truth booth. First, I'm going to do an either or with you, and
Okay.
then Mr. Rennie going to let you finish that sentence. All right, so just you can't think about it, just off the cuff. Respect or obedience?
Respect,
Love or compatibility?
compatibility,
Protocol or authenticity?
protocol,
Chemistry or character?
character,
Patience or passion?
patience, or
Mm. Oh, I caught
passion.
him up.
Both. Both, but no patience.
All right. Coloring or marriage?
Negotiable.
All right. Heard. Y'all, again, y'all heard that, ladies. Listen, it's not just the education itself. So if you're saying something that you like to hear, he gonna tell y'all where y'all can find him at the end of the show. So service or devotion?
Devotion,
Discipline or encouragement?
encouragement, always.
Control or influence?
Influence,
And the final one, trust or desire?
always trust.
All right, all right. We tripped you up one time. I was hoping I was gonna trip you up a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave you be. All right, Miss Serenity, Miss Serenity, hit it with what you got.
All right.
Okay, Sir Smith, we're going to go ahead and hit you with some finish the sentence questions. A bad Dom is
Horrible,
a great submissive is
wonderful,
the BDSM community needs more.
teaching,
The first thing I notice about a submissive is
or demeanor,
power without blank is dangerous.
power without control,
Submission without blank isn't submission.
submission without. Ooh,
Got you with the last one.
yeah, you got me. Yeah, submission without. Hmm. It's so many. It's so many words can go in there. To be
Pick the
honest,
first one that popped up.
submission without understanding.
That one was deep. All right. I like that. Thank you so much for playing with us, our little fast round game, Sir Smith. Now we are officially going to invite you into the truth booth. These questions are answer or pass, no
I thought I was in
explanation.
the booth already.
No, we was getting you warmed up. That was just a little warmth. You felt that little
Oh,
fire. Now we're
y'all
throwing you
didn't
in the
do that
flat.
to her last week. Y'all gave her softball and ice cream stuff. Well, I knew it was time to go.
We
Let's go.
also
I'm
discussed
ready.
a disappearing bullet. We also
I
did
know.
discuss a disappearing bullet.
Oh yeah. That was interesting.
So answer or pass. No explanation, no judgment, just honesty, and we're just gonna go back
Yeah.
and forth with it. Have you ever fallen for a submissive you shouldn't have?
No.
Serenity.
Have you ever ignored a red flag because the chemistry was too good?
Yes.
Have you ever questioned whether you were a good dom?
Always.
Have you ever wanted to quit the lifestyle?
Yes.
Have you ever been afraid to tell a submissive the truth?
No.
Biggest green flag in one word.
Say again.
Biggest green flag in one word.
Personality, attitude.
And lastly, our last question for the truth booth tonight. Biggest red flag in one word.
Personality, attitude.
Word.
He
Word.
said that could go either way. That could go
Either
either
way,
way.
if her personality is good, you got something to build on. If her personality is trash, you can't do nothing with that. If she's got an attitude all the time, or her personality sucks, you can't do nothing with that. And you trying to, that's a person that no matter how much, because our job is to try to do everything that we can. Yeah, it's all the fun and all of that stuff is there, but if I'm in your life, I'm there to encourage you and I'm there to be positive. If I'm constantly trying to pour positive energy into you and everything is negative, I can't do nothing with that.
Yeah. Don't nobody like a negative Nancy.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
So personality, attitude.
All right.
It
Well,
can go either
that is
way.
our final question inside the truth booth. So I thank you for sticking with us. I know they got a little hot and heavy there,
No,
but
this
we
was awesome.
appreciate you.
This was
And
great.
where can people connect with you, Sir Smith?
Um, on the Facebook. Yeah, you can hit me on this my social here. I guess if they hit me here, then we can talk, and then we go further. We can go from there.
Alrighty.
Yeah, but my DMs are open, so
Yeah. Oh, y'all heard that, y'all. He said his DMs is open. Y'all got consent right there. You heard it and it's recorded.
yeah, mine's open. I'm always I talk, so I'm always ready to talk about it. We can talk. I talk to anybody.
All right, Serena, you want to ask them our last question of the night?
If you could leave the audience with one piece of wisdom, what would it be?
Vet the information. Not only vet the person, vet yourself. Um, understand who you are. Understand what you stand for yourself. Where your limits are. Um, pay attention to who you're dealing with. And pay attention and don't get caught up so much in it that you stop paying attention to yourself.
Wise words.
And
All right, guys. That was it. So before we get you guys out of here, did anybody have any questions for Sir Smith that we didn't ask tonight? Here.
I got one. You said you're 11 Bravo, huh?
11 Bravo 11 Mike, mechanized infantry.
Gotcha. I'm 18 Bravo myself.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your
Indeed.
service, my friend.
Indeed. Just wanted to touch on that. Couldn't let you get off before I show some respect for service.
Same here. Same here. Thank
All
you.
right. So we aren't gonna hold y'all hostage much longer. I know it is late on a Thursday night. We
I
thank
think
you guys so much for joining us on this episode of the Truth Booth.
I think
Again, my name is Sheba. I'm sorry, sir.
I think EJ has a question.
Okay. EJ, what question you got for us? You can come
All
off the
right,
mic, come off mute.
all right. So he said something about gun smoke. Can you explain to me what gun smoke is? Because I'm still new.
Who?
Hey, what is gun smoke? I heard you say something about somebody being into gun smoke. What is gun smoke?
Oh no, I said there was a post that I saw about somebody said they were into gun play.
What's gunplay?
Um,
It ain't what I'm thinking because I'm from the streets. It ain't thinking of what I'm
no, it
thinking.
ain't what you thinking. It ain't what you thinking. It's hard to explain that one. Just off the cuff.
I've
It,
seen
it's,
it.
it's a kink that involves someone being turned on from the possibility of, the gun being in their mouth or inside them in some way. They
Yeah,
get turned on by the idea of the inanimate object, being used and the danger behind it and all that. You're not supposed to use a real gun. You should get a prop gun. However, some people do use a real gun. Obviously, you want to make sure that it's cleared before you even, pull it out, before you start doing any sort of play with it. I personally do not suggest you use a real gun. Use a water gun if you have to, paint it, spray paint it black, whatever you got to do, get creative. But
yeah.
I don't
Thank
suggest you
you.
use a real gun for that. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you for getting me on
Yeah,
that one. See, I
yeah,
couldn't really answer that one.
Yeah.
Couldn't really answer that one like that because I hadn't really researched that one because that's not my thing. And a lot of times, if it's not really something that I do, I don't really put a lot of energy into it because there's no need of me learning something. I can hear about it, but there's no need of me learning something that I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do that
Yeah.
yeah,
one. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because me personally, I'm like gunplay. I'm like, hold up. Like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
please make sure the gun is clear. Yeah, if anybody does it, make sure the gun is clear. Yeah,
Yeah.
treat every gun like it's loaded, as we do, as we train in the gun club, because I am in the gun club. So yeah, make sure every gun is clear.
yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
All
y'all down there down south of Louisiana, make sure you get your red beans and rice every Monday if you in the New Orleans area.
Thank you for
Awesome.
that tip, EJ. Well, it's been a pleasure. Believe that's all the questions we have. I think we covered the bases for them. Honestly, you got a lot of good information about you and your vision and your view on the lifestyle end. So again, this was Sir Smith. Thank you guys for joining
Thank
me
you all.
and the beautiful Miss Serenity. And of course, before we get out of here, I'm going to hand this off to our Sir Knight, so he can close us out.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, tonight was a great show. It was great getting all this good information from Sam. I think Sam had to take off. He's gone now, but
Yeah.
it was good getting information from him. It gives everybody an opportunity to get a look into the inner workings of the dominant mind. And that's what this is about. This show here is about just giving you a look inside other people's perspective or from other person's perspective.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Um, and so basically, keep coming back. We're gonna get better. We're gonna keep doing this thing. We're gonna have more and more interesting people on. That's gonna have more and more interesting points. If you have any ideas or anything you think would help us along, feel free to contact one of us. We're always open to constructive criticism. We ain't gonna get better unless we're able to take criticism. So get with us. I'm with it. I want to hear it all. Thank you for coming out again. It's a Thursday. Y'all out here chilling with us after y'all been working all day. It's late and y'all kicking it with us, man. That's love. I appreciate that. That's the reason why we do this thing, because we know that there's some of y'all that's like really gaining something from this. So we're just gonna keep on doing it. We're gonna keep pushing forward. I'm not gonna keep y'all very long, but I do have a joke. Knock knock,
Who's
knock
there?
knock.
Who's there?
It's a
It's a
it's a me, Mario.
Maybe.
I also have my favorite pants on. Guess what Mario's favorite pants are?
what?
Denim, denim, denim,
See, see.
denim, denim, denim. Yeah,
I wanna thank you all for this opportunity. It was great. It was fun. Um, and I look forward to viewing all of the rest of them and seeing what everybody else had to say. And I'll come back if you ever need me to come back. I'll come back for a follow up. But this was great. This is different. It
Absolutely.
was new. I look forward to it. I was a little nervous at first, but yeah, this was fun. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
And
it.
honestly, I'm thinking of I'll get with you and have you on for the Ask a Dom show we're gonna start doing next week. We're gonna start doing those where people can just ask questions of dominance and get straight up answers, real answers. So I'd like to
Just let me
contact
know.
we can get you on one of those.
Just hit me up. Just let me know. I
Absolutely.
got you. I got you.
Uh,
I support this,
so
and did I'm gonna ask this right because maybe somebody else will know too. So you've added the other two courses to the academy now. I've got the gold, so the other two are up and running now.
yeah, we got the platinum and I mean you did the gold already, so the platinum and the
Yeah.
diamond they're up.
Okay.
Yeah, they up, they
Cool.
ready.
All right.
Uh,
Awesome.
yeah, when you get your certificate, that last page has a link. That link takes you right to the
Yeah.
next level. Yep,
Okay. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and
absolutely.
get those too. I like
Right,
them. A lot of good information there too. It's like refresher courses for me. I've been doing this so long. It was nice to go back and get some stuff, and I was like, I forgot about that. Yeah.
right.
So
And that's the whole purpose. It's not just for newbies. It's also for us. Those that's been doing this for a while, just to kind
mm,
of get refreshers on stuff. It sparks a lot of memories, and you just like, damn, I forgot about that, or I remember
yeah,
hearing about this in the past, or
absolutely.
yeah, it's really good information, man. And I appreciate you being with us so long too. If I'm sure y'all don't know, but Sam's been a student at Triskelion's Academy for a long time now. Like you went through the whole silver and the gold levels now. So yeah, I appreciate that, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah, I was like, I'm certified, Dom. You ain't no
Out here.
dumb. I got my papers.
it. I got a certificate.
I got my papers.
Wow.
You know. But now y'all be good. I gotta roll. I gotta head out, get back on this road. But this was awesome, Renzo. If you need, just hit me up, and I got you.
Absolutely. Thanks, man.
Ladies, y'all have a
All
great
right,
evening.
Thank you,
so
sir. Have a
uh,
good one.
All right,
let's
bye.
just end this off. All right, take it easy. Let's just end this off. I want to explain to y'all. A lot of times I say Forte Arizona. You see the motto, you see it written in all of our posts that we do because this is a motto that we truly believe in. It's Latin for stronger together. We truly believe that we can do this thing. We can decolonize BDSM and King. There's a lot of us out here that's into this. It's not just a white thing no more, y'all. It's not. It hasn't been for a long time, but here we are, and we in this space, this peoples of color space, and we talking about things openly, and we having those real conversations. That's what decolonization looks like. So thank you for that. Thank you for helping us with this. Again, Forte Arizona. Have a good night, y'all. See
Bye,
you next.
guys.
As I say around my folks, Black Power.
Good Black Power. Black Power.
You shoot, you down south. So it's Black Power all day.
You still on?